go. See, this is what I need to do. I can leave the sound up, but I can just turn it down in my headphones. Oh, smart Rick. He's learning, guys. He's learning. Alright. I am tired, and I have a bunch of cleaning to do. So today, potato monsters. What do I mean by potato monsters? I'm just... Actually, we'll do it this way. Just make kind of a random shape. Fill it in. This has got messed up. Oh, there it goes. And then we paint it from that. Hopefully using that as a way to inspire us towards greatness or not greatness. Let's see. Single eye, regular eye. I don't know. This looks too person-like, but... a lot of little teeth as opposed to big, sharp teeth. Sort of the way. I saw this thing someone did that I kind of want to try, where you put a bunch of like colors down and you just color pick of them, but you keep everything in grayscale to why do you do that? So you can't actually see the colors you pick, and then you end up kind of with like you're painting just with value, and then you end up with like some cool kind of rainbow color stuff. I think for portraits it's a really cool idea, like human portraits, maybe monster portraits too, but anyway. Kind of maybe give him sort of that good old like Voldemort type nose. theremin magic going on. Seems like. That's usually a surefire way of making it a little bit extra creepy. Get that light color in the dark iris, or in like the light pupil, I guess is what you could maybe call that. Regardless, we can now have a little white specular really make the eyes look a little wet. I don't even know why I painted this guy. I'm not like a super fan of it, but potato painting, as they say. Make a potato, turn it into something. Sort of weird that there should be this deeper shadow, because like just give him a regular head. I can't figure out the geometry of this right now. Proper perspectives and all. Too hard. No. Maybe if we give him hair. Yeah, I think if we give him some hair, just like creepy strands. Like he doesn't have a lot of hair, just baby hair, some hair. And maybe we'll give him some like Manananggal vibes too, with like the floating entrails, you know. Which it doesn't like. I don't know. Maybe it's more of like a floating spinal column or something, because it's like, why would it be guts? The Manananggal separates at the stomach, so like it makes sense that her intestines are flying out. But like this is just a head. This is, what, did it like rip out its own spinal column or something? Maybe. Who knows what these crazy monsters do? They're all wacky. I really want to even save this. Not really. Not really. I don't actually want to save this. But I do want it. I was like, okay. It's like, I do just need you to recognize my brush stroke so I can start adding this, like, wet, reflected highlights. So looks a little bit more juicy, a little bit creepier, I think. Yeah. So we have like, we could always animate this into like a weird floating head, which is kind of weird. That's fine. It's a blustery, windy day, apparently, in the monster cave. Alright. Yeah. Okay, I should save it just to, so my computer doesn't die. Potato monster painting studies. Let's see. Okay, so I drew a silhouette. Oh, man. I'm going to have them in water because I don't want to draw the entirety of the lake. So this guy is in a pond of some sort. And I'm just going to keep on carving out the silhouette shape. Hey, what's up, Priscilla? How's it going? Have you recovered from DesignerCon yet? I guess so. Kind of, I think. I'd like to think so. Actually, no, I'm not quite there yet. I'd like to be. But yeah, I'm still pretty exhausted, I think. But and like we're already, I mean, it's a good thing because usually there's quite a downtime after the show before stuff gets done. But we're all like, let's keep it going. WonderCon? No, I have not. I mean, I can't really imagine that, given the number of years that we've both done WonderCon, that we're not gonna get in, but I have not heard anything. Yeah, that's fair. I too, I think confirmation would be a good thing. Just out of curiosity, what's the slowest convention time of the year for you? Like, do you have a time in the year that you're like, like, there's not much going on, or are you just kind of full bore all the time? Oh, okay. So from decon to New Year's, basically you've got a break during the holiday season. And then you're at it again. Truly the life of an artist. That's cool. At least I got a 2-day break. Yeah. Yep. I think this guy, to simplify things, is just going to have claws for fingers. Just 2 claws. He's not good at holding things, I think. He's like, I don't have to be good at holding things. All I do is I cut and I rend and I tear. Photoshop, why you no respond? Come on, save. How many holiday pop-ups are you doing? Ooh, if they did an artist toy section, would I migrate there? That's a good question. I would probably stay in Artist Alley. But I don't know. I'm wondering if if there was an artist toy section, I might actually try to get 2 booths or something. I don't know. I probably couldn't do that, but one bigger pop-up, a couple farmers markets. That's cool. I've always thought about farmers markets. I don't think I would do, I'd do well there, but you never know. Okay, let me just close this. This is not listening to me. Open up, weird monster. Yeah, I'd have to get a proxy person or something. Or like have like a collab booth, you know? Where it's like... Yeah. Eve would not want to run 2 tables. She barely runs her own table. And I say that with a very lovingly. But yeah. She doesn't necessarily have the people energy that I've got, so you know. Sort of makes sense, but what size space did I choose for Collected Con? I think I think I just got. Do they have like a 6x6 table thing? Trying to figure out monster junk. Yeah, whatever the I usually cheap out on new shows or shows I haven't done before until I know how I do. Like, I almost never get a 10-foot table. Like, I get the space at DesignerCon because I work for them, but, like, the only time I get a 10-foot booth is when there's no options. Like, oh, there's, or they're like very, very inexpensive markets. I've got in, there was a show, like a horror themed dark art show where like 10x10s were like $450 or $500 or something like that, and then the 6x6s were like $280 or something, and I was like, I should totally get the 10x10. Or maybe like I think maybe it was like an 8x8. I don't think they had 10x10s, but yeah. It was like a small kind of like indie market type thing. It wasn't like a giant mega con. Yeah, they were all very affordable spots, which was nice. Why did you? Because you usually get a 6x6, right? It's like or do you usually get 10x10s? And it's just all the shows that I've vended with you at. You do 6x6s. Let's do brown poop water. I do all size spaces. Spoken like a true vendor. Just like, I'll take what I can get. But that's kind of interesting. I mean, you have a, like, 10x10 back in the day. That makes sense. Yeah, that's true. I'm also much more likely to do large booths if I don't have to travel or pay for, like, travel. Let's move this guy up. Yeah, travel costs. Oof. Suddenly no bueno, you know? I mean, you also have a very cool 6x6 setup. What do you do differently for the 10x10s? Or, like, how do you expand? If that makes sense. This anatomy is super fucked up, but whatever. That's true. It is very close to me, so I wonder if maybe I should upgrade too. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured, because it's like, I probably could do, like, I very easily can fill up a 10x10 corner space with just my stuff, so I don't usually stress too much about that, and so yeah, I always have to pare down. Like, I didn't even bring my pins to DesignerCon this year, so I brought like a little pop-up thing of like 12 pins instead of my giant, like, 30 thing. That's true. Lots of toy collectors in SoCal. That's a good point. Yeah, I still don't know, honestly, if it makes sense for me to to do a bigger booth though. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't have like the repeat collectors, like the diehard fan base of my toys, at least, that a lot of other people have. So I think I'm still pretty novice and unknown in the toy scene in some ways. Man, do I need to make a monster dick? I might need to. His weird pouch here is weirding me out. Anyway. What was I gonna even do with this guy? We'll do some highlights now. Although I'm really interested in, I'm seeing if maybe there's a gallery that I know in Asia that vends, and I'm wondering if that might give me a more interesting base internationally due to my figure size, from what I've heard. Because apparently, so I don't know. Have you seen the stuff by Boda that we brought in? Not me personally necessarily going to Asia, but having my work represented in Asia is sort of the play I'm hoping for. Because like, so I want to do like big giant toys, like I'm a huge fan of like retro band stuff, right? Like this is the size of my head. You know, I have like that giant James Groman piece that I painted, like, but apparently this type of stuff, except for very few occasions, actually doesn't sell that well in Asia because of the size, and everyone has small apartments and small homes. So that's why stuff like that comes out of Asia is all pretty small, relatively small. So it's kind of this thing that, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, I got a little dude. Like, let's see if people want to buy little dudes out there. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping. But there's also tons of competition, right? Because like everyone and their mother seems like they're a toy designer in Asia. So I don't know. So I don't imagine it's going to be this thing where I like rocket to popularity or something, but I do think it'd be a cool way to just expand outside of the States and see if maybe there's more appeal internationally. I don't know. Did I do a lot of glow in the dark for Decon this year? Not. Uh, no, only because I already have. I used up a lot of my glow in the dark stock for like one of ones, and so I do have an existing. There's lots of still one of one little guys that are glow in the dark that I had coming into Decon, but for painting new stuff for Decon, I actually did not. I don't know if that makes sense, but Oh, how'd the liquid core stuff go? By the way, I assume you sold out like usual. But was that well received? And I assume you're going to be doing it again. Hmm. That is true. People. Oh, whoops, wrong layer. Yeah, people do seem to love the glow in the dark. I'm not gonna lie. I agree with you on that. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they were really. I mean, I have to say, like your figures were very, very cool. Not that your normal figures aren't very cool as well, but like the special props. More liquid core, more glow in the dark. That's cool. Okay, so I do have a question to ask about the liquid core. So I know that you said like you just learned from a tutorial and I'm sure I could YouTube it, but since you're here, I figured I should ask because my understanding was that water screws up the curing process for like moisture screws up the curing process for resin. So I'm just like, wait a minute. Like, how do you add water to your stuff if, uh, and have it not inhibit the curing process? Or maybe, or am I just mistaken about the whole like, that's loud, sorry, about the water inhibiting? Oh. So it's like put it in a clear vessel that then goes, that has the resin encapsulated outside. That's interesting. A clear vessel. Got it. Do you cast the vessels yourself with clear resin, or are you getting like something else? You don't have to give away all your trade secrets. I'm not. I would never ask that, but I'm just so like, wait, how? What? That's so cool. Random weird stuff off Amazon. Ah. Oh, lip gloss tubes. Hmm. Yeah, because I was just wondering if there'd be some possibility where there's like I wonder if you use like regular resin to like make to cast like some like large ovoid thing with just a little bit of top, and then you like fill it up with water, and then you leave a little hole with so there's air, and then you like put another clear piece on top, and then you like UV resin that shut or something, and then you cast like over that. But I don't know. I did my weird sound effects stop? They did. Start them up again. Ooh, potion bottles. That's kind of cool. Very, very interesting. Well, I think your stuff looked awesome. So even if you are a baby, it looked super rad. Okay. Apologies to anyone watching this at any point in time. I think I'm gonna have to make monster junk. I don't know, like I've been thinking about trying to like get better and more innovative with like the casting stuff, but there's a part of me that like I also kind of want to like just do more Sofubi stuff. And so that's kind of, I don't know. It's about like, making sure that I'm properly allocating time, really is what it is. And I don't know, I was right next to Saturday morning cards, and so now I want to do like trading packs or like trading card packs or something like that, or like how I don't know if you're familiar with Alex Pardee's work, but he has like he does like limited edition like single cards in a pack that are like slabbed, and like they have like there's the variety of like when you get them. Sorry, you know what I'm talking about, I hope. Of like different rarities. They're basically blind boxes for art, little art. And I do kind of like I do like that idea, and I kind of want I kind of want to explore that. And so it's all about where I decide to invest time and resources into. Ooh, I do not like that tangent on the elbow. There we go. Let's see. Like a brown to like a fuchsia, maybe? Gradient. Yeah, trading cards are very hot. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Ah. Yeah, is there anything that you got really stoked on from Decon this year that you're like, I want to do that now? That looks kind of crazy. And specifically with like soft vinyl, I'm also um, like I picked up these guys a while ago from like Martin Oliveris, and I love like the finger puppet ideas of like having like little tiny guys or like a set of little tiny dudes. So I don't know if finger puppets are the way to go or like little tiny guys that are like two parts. Like Motley Miscreation has like this tentacle guy that has like the little two dudes. So I don't know. I might try for something like that. Ooh, new molds, more collabs. Sweet. Sounds like exciting stuff. That's fun. I am glad to hear. Yeah, that blind box thing was awesome. I was really. I assume you all sold out of those. I completely did not have time to go out and shop like I usually do, which is good for the wallet, bad for my collection. I really wanted to pick up a few of those, but yeah. Whoa. Was that Mexican sofubi? Because I thought I saw that it was made in Mexico, but I wasn't sure. But either way, like that's a really cool idea. I love like that little blind box. Small, it's affordable. You have your own blind box thing, and it's also creepy. Sorry, this is creepy. I was not your thing. I'm thinking creepy. I want creepy things, but I thought that was really cool. Ooh. Okay, cool. I will definitely try to grab some for Collected Con then. That's cool. Is that your next big like toy show, Priscilla? Uh, that is a bummer. If you want to talk Sofubi production, we can. If you want to set up, like, let me know. We can set up a Zoom, for like, yeah. You'll be back in for WonderCon for sure. I can't imagine you wouldn't get into WonderCon, but cool. Yeah, if you're looking for someone else, I don't make Sofubi, but I've talked to a lot of people who do, and I'm happy to kind of share insights into working with like the pros and cons of various uh, factories and stuff like that. So, um, yeah, I will. if you can just, I'm pretty sure I do have your email from the Kaleidos thing. I'll email you my calendar link, and then just yeah, let me know and we will figure something out. We'll get something in the books and we can talk a little bit more shop on that. Yeah, especially if you're looking for somebody new. Happy to kind of share some insight into some different factories. So, all right. Like I'm using a more like photorealistic brush on this super cartoony weird dude, but I wonder if Instagram is going to censor me for the implied monster crotch. I'm not going to post this on Instagram. Doesn't matter. Anyway. Cool. Well, I am... Are you streaming, Priscilla, or streaming soon? Are you going to be streaming? That sucks. Okay, cool. It was more of a like, if you like, well, I guess, I don't know. I was like, oh, quiet audience, and I would like offer to raid or something, but then it wouldn't matter because it's you, and you'd be like raiding yourself, which is a weird thing. But anyway, cool. I have to run to my Monday evenings are all designer con, unfortunately. I mean, fortunately or fortunately, but it's just that like come usually 4 o'clock, 3:30 ish, designer con just keeps going. So anyway, thanks for hanging out. I will talk to you soon. I mean, okay, it's unfortunate because I would like to not have meetings. I'd like to just be able to like make toys, but I have meetings. I have work with good people, but it's still meetings, and then they go until 8:30. So that's why, unfortunately. Anyway, cool. Thank you. Have a good one. Yeah, I know. Yep. So it's like, oh, I get a full work day kind of starting right now. So I'll talk to you later. I'll send you a link and we'll talk soon. Okay. See ya. Bye bye.